Hello there. Welcome back to Blue Heinz Garage. We're back here today. It is Saturday the 28th around 2 p.m. And what we're doing today is working on these patches. Got to plug up these holes where the fuel inlet elbows originally came out of the splash apron. You see I got one of them made here, and got a piece there ready to try and make the one for that splash apron right there. So we're going to work on that a little now. That wasn't so bad. I actually bent it over that pipe you saw on the workbench. That big old piece of steel plumbing pipe. What is that stuff? 5/16 wall thickness. Makes a good form. And it wasn't, I used that hammer right there. I got to get one of those wooden, what do you call them? Mallets that the body guys use. That would work perfect for that. But that worked pretty good actually. Didn't leave any marks and it bent it rather easily. Anyway. Okay, well, I got them both made. I'm probably going to have to work them a little as we weld them in there because I don't think they're perfect, but you know, you can't hardly get them perfect, I don't think, before you start welding them in there. They're pretty close. So anyway, we're going to give that a shot. See how it turns out. More to follow. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Okay, good morning. It is Sunday morning, February 5th. Here's where we're at today. We welded those patches in yesterday. There's one. I'm just trying to get it all flat because when we welded the patch in, the panel distorted like crazy. It had it distorted. Just go there from the heat, whatever. It got pretty wanky. So we're trying to get it straight. There's the other one. No doctoring after welding it. The one you looked at a second ago. I started grinding the edge of the weld. And it was apparent right away that it looked like the patch, while the patch fit nice and flush while we were welding it. It almost appeared as though it was recessed after the heat changed it. So, like I said, it's taken a lot of massaging to get it flat. I think it needs a little shrink too. You see this area right here is stretched. That's where that big funky area is. On both panels, it did the same thing in that space. I guess from the original shaping, there was some stress in the metal right there. So both panels did the same thing after applying heat to where the patch is. They made a kind of a groove, I guess, for lack of a better description, diagonal groove down that area to the corner of the panel. From the patch to the corner of the panel, there's a dip in the metal in both cases. So evidently there's some stress in the panels there from the way they were originally stamped or something. Like I say, I have to work all of that. I think it needs a couple of shrinks, and that's kind of where I'm at this point. I got to go do some other stuff temporarily, and then we'll get back to this later. Okay, well, we're done with this side, and don't know if you can tell, but this side came a lot better than the other side. You know what, there isn't good light here. Don't know if you can tell. There, that's kind of better. This side came a lot smoother than the other side, and I had a lot less trouble with shrinkage. I didn't overwork it. I figured out a way of directing the forces where I wanted them more accurately. So, you learn. I think it's a lot of this is practice, practice, practice. It's kind of like welding. You can talk about it all day long, and until you do it a few times, you learn what you're doing wrong and what works. So, like I said, I'm happy with this. It's not metal finished, but it's definitely close. There isn't much in the way of flaws in it from being metal finished. Anyway, like I said, I'm happy with that. So, talk to you later. Okay, well, welcome back to Blue Heinz Garage. Today's Friday, February 10th. Well, after I painted this, I revisited it just a bit more, did a tiny bit more grinding on it, and it's even better than when I quit on it. This is the second one, and I kind of learned a whole bunch on this one. This one came way better than the first one. So, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little more paint back on this so it doesn't rust. And then I'm going to revisit that one too and try and apply what I learned on the second one on this one and see if I can make it any better. This one's not as good as that one. So I'm going to see if anything I learned on that one will make this one better. And I'll show you how that turns out later. Bye. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but I forgot to set up the camera. I got all anxious about getting into this and forgot to set up the camera. But anyway, that's how it turned out. I just sprayed it with some self-etch primer. It's better than it was. It still isn't perfect, but I think it's considerably better than when I started. So I'm going to leave it there. Let the professionals take care of it from that point. You can see it's pretty flat. It's not perfect, but it's pretty flat. And round where it needs to be round. You can see how the light's shining on it. Anyway, that's it for now. Talk to you guys later. Bye.